Good evening, everyone, and welcome back to Cheer Chatter Podcast. My name is Q. We have Isha and we have Misha, as well as Sade will be logging in later. So, what's been going on, everyone?
Oh, it was Halloween, I guess.
Sometimes it's Halloween every day, all day.
Right. All the goons and the goblins be out.
Yeah. So we have a really exciting show for you all today. We will be talking about different styles of cheerleading, as well as uh, cheer recruiting. Is for will it become a thing? We also will be talking about boys and cheerleading, and if a boy is on the team, should it actually be a co-ed team, considered to be a co-ed team versus an all-girl team? So what's the first thing we want to talk about, y'all? What do we want to tackle first? Oh,
First of
also
all,
we want to talk about. I'm sorry.
shout out
Oh,
to
shout out.
all the FYFL cheerleaders who competed yesterday in their yearly competition.
Yes, yes. So we're gonna go ahead and post this up really quick. So we're gonna shout out. We have 5U, 6U, and 7U. Shout out to the Fort Lauderdale Hurricanes for winning first place with the 5U. Also Fort Lauderdale Hurricanes for also getting first place in 6U, as well as grand champs in this particular division. We gotta go back.
Yeah, you forgot the 7U.
Um, let me take it off and then put it back. All right. So then we got 7U. We have Fort Lauderdale Hurricanes for winning first place, but also shout out to Miami Garden Ravens, Lauderdale Lakes Vikings, as well as the Gwen Cherry Bulls. And for the next division, our 8U. Okay, now it's okay. 8U, we want to shout out to Lauderdale Lakes Vikings for winning first place. 9U, Lauderdale Lakes Vikings, and then 10U, Lauderdale Lakes Vikings, as well as them being the grand champs for this particular division. Shout out to Lauderdale Lions, Gwen Cherry Bulls, and Lauderdale Hurricanes also for making for placing as well. And for the big teams, we have 11U, Lauderdale Lakes Vikings for first place, 12U, Lauderdale Lakes Vikings for winning first place, as well as grand champs, and 13U for Lauderdale Hurricanes for winning first place. Shout out to Lauderdale Lions, the Miami Garden Chiefs, as well as the Lauderdale Lions for placing.
First of all, I gotta be don't my alum. Lauderdale Lakes, shout out to y'all. But not only was it a Broward County competition, it really was a Lakes and Hurricanes competition. If it wasn't Lakes, it was the Hurricanes that won first place in their category. So
Mhm.
definitely kudos to y'all, two parts. Those two parts have kind of been powerhouses
Consistently,
tra-
consistently.
traditionally. Um, I gotta be a little biased because I am Lakes alum. Because a tradition of champions, they kept it alive. Still the pride of the South. Legends never die.
Late.
Vikings.
Yes.
No, they held it down. I apologize we apologize because we really were trying to see all of the teams. We got some videos sent to us. I was able to watch up to, who was that? Was it Deerfield or it was Lauderhill's 10U? There was some, I won't even say technical difficulties. Y'all know how IG is about music, and they wouldn't allow the account that was live, which was the FYFL account. Shout out
Official.
to y'all for doing that. Yeah, their official account. Um, they tagged them for the music, and they couldn't even post anymore yesterday. I have an individual shout out to give of a team that I saw that did not place top three at all. That stuck out to me. That was the Liberty City Warriors team. I saw what you was doing, coach. I saw what you was doing. You just need some help with stunting, and you probably need about two or three more people on your staff to help you put it all together. But when I say them babies, Um, not she worked a lot on motions. She worked a whole lot on motions, and you can see it. Like, of course, there's always, no matter what team you coach, it's always gonna be them few that's gonna do what they want to do. You tell them till they arms gonna be here. So I could tell that with the majority of her girls, she worked heavily on motions and cleanliness. But you know, when we dealing with kids, they do what they want to do sometimes. And I don't think she had enough help. That's what it looks like. So shout out to Liberty City Warriors 10U for taking it back to traditional coaching. Um, Misha was having some
Technical difficulties.
difficulty, so she gonna pop out and pop back in. Who else I said I wanted to shout out? Hmm.
Well, I want to do a individual shout out, um, because she it's family, and I want to give a shout out to my little cousin, Delicia, Coach Delicia with Lauderdale Lions 11U. They placed second in their division. So a big shout out to her. I didn't get a chance to watch a lot of the videos because I was in DC this weekend working, so I couldn't really concentrate like I wanted to, and sit down and just watch the videos. I was able to kind of like peep in and watch a little bit, and then had to go back to work and everything. So I was able to kind of do a little catching up a tad bit today. But the day was full of travel, so when I got home, I crashed. But
Yeah,
definitely a shout out. Definitely a shout out. And we also want to shout out. Oh, she's back. Let me put her back. And we also want to shout out our own, Shira, who's her team placed third in the 12U division.
when I
Um,
saw that, I was like, why she didn't tell us she plays third?
Yep, she placed third. So definitely a shout out to our partner, Sade, for placing third in her division, as well as I want to shout out my baby who was a junior coach on that particular team as well. So this is her first year being a junior coach. So definitely a shout out to them. And congratulations to all of the teams, who participated, not just the ones that placed, but definitely the ones that participated. Shout out to them.
Yeah.
It's a lot. It's a lot
We
that goes behind it. It is a lot that
That's
goes
what I
behind
was
preparing
just
for
about
these
to say.
events.
I was about to say we kind of cut into those optimist coaches pretty hard because they got a lot, they still have a lot to do. However, what they do is needed, and it's a lot. It's a lot.
It
Oh,
is
it's
a lot.
you got to
Definitely
deal
a daily time.
with the parents, you got to deal with the girls, you got to deal with the football teams, and the coaches and practice space, and the egos on the park,
Mhm.
the other coaches, the coaches at other park. It just be so much. It's so much. So
Unnecessary, but yeah.
very unnecessary. But kudos to anybody that's out there doing it. Like I say, we it could be better. I could see that it's getting better. Um,
Mhm.
Looking across the board on those little teams, they working. I was watching some of the Gwen Cherry teams. I've never been present where Gwen Cherry had good cheerleading. Um, so to see it growing in the direction that it's growing, I really like that. Hi.
Can y'all hear me now?
Yes, we can hear you now.
Okay, because I was having some technical difficulties and I was just like, what is going on here?
We know.
Okay.
We
You see,
can't.
our ghost partner is back. Hey,
Hi.
we just gave you a shout out.
Y'all did?
Yes, we said
Oh, thank you.
congratulations on your third place finish at the
Yes,
Thank
ma'am.
competition
you.
yesterday. We definitely want to hear a little bit about your season and how it went for you, how you felt about your your team, and that third place finish. Because we know what you went through this season, but our viewers and our audience don't know. So
Our cheer
congratulations, third place. That's still something to be
Thank
proud
you.
about, especially what you started
Absolutely.
with. So, how was it for you?
This year was extremely challenging. I started off with 27, 27 girls, ended with 15. Um,
Ooh,
Ooh,
when I tell you, oh, I don't know where to begin, where to
that sounds
end.
like a task at hand.
Listen, it was a
Ooh,
journey. It was definitely one of the toughest seasons I've ever had. Out of the 5 years that I've been doing it. So yeah, it was definitely one of the challenging. In the end, I don't think that, my girls didn't get what they deserved. They actually got the place that they did deserve because throughout the entire season, we worked on fixing them with energy, being sharp, being clean. Let's not wait till it's time to show in order for us to, really show what we can do. And they really took it for granted. They didn't take it seriously at all. So in the end, to say with them ending with third place, I don't think that they were robbed or anything like that. They got exactly what they earned. Like that, and that's honestly speaking.
okay.
I can respect that because a lot of people
Definitely.
come on here and be like, "Child, I should have got second," and no, baby.
No, no. Some of those skills was built in less than like a week, maybe 3 days. Like, so it's like the only skill I can actually say we actually worked on was the inversion, the backflip inversion, and that one. I mean, the back handspring inversion took us probably about 3 weeks to get that. If that, we had really practiced the cartwheel inversion majority of our season, and then they finally landed the cartwheel inversion, and then with us changing flyers, with us losing the amount of girls that we lost, um, the actual two flyers that we did have could do backhand spring. So I'm like, okay, well, hey, you can do a backhand spring. Let's do the backhand spring. We did the backhand spring. And it worked out pretty well. So I'm like, okay, let's go for it. So that was pretty much the end of that. When it comes to any of the other skills, it was a task. Majority of them, like they were one of the flyers. I can say she was an experienced flyer, but she was an experienced flyer who was standing on two legs, not standing on one. So it was a teachable moment for her because she actually learned how to stand on one leg and how to do skills on the one leg. The other two never cheered before, brand new flyers. So it was difficult teaching them how to squeeze and balance and do heel stretch, do lip, and all at the same time without stepping out. So majority of the time it was more of us like trying to manage with them, I guess, standing up, opposed to actually like being able to move along, teach skills, go about our day, stuff like that. So it was a task. It was challenging, but it was fun. I enjoyed it.
Good. You can
glad
teach
you enjoyed it.
them basic skills and foundations, but you can't teach wickedness.
Of
Right.
course,
You
but
can't teach it.
I think that's a with this generation. I think they feel as though they don't have to practice it full out, and they
No.
think that it's gonna automatically turn on when they hit the mat. But it goes back to something Miss Singletary used to always say to us. Always practice it how you gonna do it when you hit the mat.
Mm-hmm.
Because reason being, it becomes second nature when you get in front
Yep.
of those.
Yep.
So definitely can understand that part.
Listen, I've never been around a group of girls that argue and want to fight with each other so
How
much.
that's middle school in general.
No, even still, like this year, like nobody could take constructive criticism. Every time somebody says something to, like if all four of us is in a stunt group and you the flyer and we're the bases and we're telling you you're not squeezing it or you're standing on one side, you got to argue with us. Why? Or you're putting the blame on us and not taking solely responsibility of yourself. And then you got the base. Oh, her hand is in my spot. There's no such thing as a spot. As long as everybody has a grip, why do it even matter? But yeah, it was a lot.
Oh, I
It was a
already
lot.
know.
Bless your
It's
heart. Bless
Yeah.
your
It was
heart.
a
I,
lot.
Yeah, I tip when I say I tip my hat off to the optimist coaches. I had my triadic, and yeah,
Been there,
I
done that.
I ain't cut from
Won't
that
do
cloth.
it again.
I'm not cut from that cloth, but I definitely tip my hat out, especially the babies, because the babies,
ooh,
the
them
level of
babies.
patience that you have to have, not just with the babies but their parents as well. I now that they are the real MVPs. Those many the 5U, 6U, and 7Us, and I even say 8U.
But they so
Them
stinking
parents,
cute. They so cute.
Listen,
they
They
are
cute.
adorable.
they
But baby,
adorable.
I just be
when
trying to
they
figure out
all
how
at
do you
one
get them
time and
to
all that
remember?
singing, and then they be doing their own little
Oh,
thing.
they
Then
singing.
the crying, and then as soon as they see their mamas, they want to go run to their mamas. They ain't no type of discipline, no boundaries, no nothing. When I say I tip my head, they are the real MVPs of coaching because the level of patience that I do not have is with them.
Mm-mm.
Hey, listen, let me say y'all. So we had this thing this year where every head coach had to go to another pound to like either
Oh no,
give
ma'am.
like ideas or suggestions, or like if it's something that you think should be
Already
added or
up.
no,
You talking
baby, listen, we
about
couldn't
you going
choose.
up?
So we
You
all had to pick
already
a
up.
number. No, listen, we all had to pick a number. With us
And
picking a
I'm
number,
holding out of a hat. I'm
our
holding out of a hat.
commissioner actually chose the team for us.
Yeah.
So I was given 8U. Let me tell y'all a secret. I
It won't be a
really
secret no more, ma'am.
I was just gonna say a
no,
secret.
but listen, no, for real, no. Let me tell y'all, for real. When I tell y'all I really tip my hat off to them, I tip my hat off to them because I was only there for like 45 minutes and they have to keep saying, stand still, stop, do this, do that. I gotta go to the restroom. I gotta listen. I was so agitated. I was, but I do love the fact that when you're teaching them, their attention span of learning is a lot more attentive than the bigger girls. And like their mind is still like a sponge, sort of kind of. So like when you show them something the first time and you're doing it the right way, they do it the right way. They don't do it the way that they want to do it. They do it the right way. Opposed to the bigger girls, when you show them something, they don't do it the way that you show it to them. And then they want to blame you and say, but I did it that way. That ain't what you showed me. Yes, it is what I showed you. You just didn't do what I showed you to do. You did it the way that you wanted to do it. So it's just like I can't do the babies. My anxiety was like all over the place. No,
That's the
I
same
can't do
thing
it.
Ish said by her. She
I
said her
said my
anxiety.
No,
anxiety and my patience would not let me coach them
no,
little.
no,
I just
I
remember
no.
will.
when
I'm the person that will walk by your practice and totally disrupt your practice with the babies, and then go on about my
Terrible.
business.
Terrible.
I'm the one
That's
that
so mean. And then and they be all in the uproar. And then she be
Listen,
and then
gone
they
and
done
they think
started
they getting
dancing,
back
and guess
up.
where I'm at? Going to my practice.
I
Terrible.
promise.
That's
Terrible,
me.
terrible, terrible.
listen,
That's
all I
me.
know is when my daughter was on the Pee Wee team, that little girl cried every day, every day at practice. And
Don't be putting my niece out like that.
I'm so serious. And then they will bring her to me. They'll be like, well, let's try her tomorrow. It got to the point where I was like, just give me my money back because she not staying at practice because she crying every day. And I'm like, why you got to be that cheerleader? Why got to be
Listen,
you? And then we had to figure it out. Sis needed a nap. She needed a nap after school. No, don't do nothing. Go to sleep.
Sis still need a nap.
I
When
was
she
just gonna say she still needs snaps.
She still do. She take full advantage of her naps. But baby, I just knew my baby was gonna go out because she was so excited. The year before I was helping out with the I think it was the Pee Wee or the I forgot what they were called back then. But I was helping out with that pound. So she was around the girls. So I'm like, she's probably, and we never had that problem. She was excited about going to practice with me. She was our stand-in girl. So when girls was missing, we'll put Maya in their spot so the other girls won't get confused and be whatever. And then Maya knew the whole routine. She was there to tell me who was all in the wrong spot, who was going the wrong direction, they doing something wrong. We even pulled the girls out and have Maya to even show them, this is how you do it. Baby, when that baby finally made Pee Wee, she cried every day for about good 2-3 weeks. She cried and cried. Never finished the practice. And so I was like, I got to figure out what's going on. And so I remember I asked my auntie, I was like, is she she taking a nap after school? It's like, no, she watching TV. She's doing her little homework. Make her go to bed. As soon as she got her nap in, we didn't have no more problems. So that's when I said I tip my hat off to the babies. Because, baby, when I said that girl had my nerves rattled, I had a bad anxiety. I was like, bump all this. I'm going to get my money back. You won't be cheering because you ain't for to sit here and waste my money. Every day you come to she get escorted back to me crying. What's wrong today?
Needed a nap.
Just needed a nap. But again, kudos to those baby coaches because no, we're not doing that.
Bigger girls, so just about imagine what it is with the little baby. It's just
all right. We have a comment. We have a comment from Ruben Johnson. He says, "Congratulations on the podcast. Keep it up." Thank you so very much, Ruben, for the for the positive words, and we definitely appreciate it, and we definitely plan on keeping it up.
Keep it up with the comments.
Yes, if you are watching, come on, who's watching with us? Make a comment so we can go ahead and give you a quick shout out. So let's move on to the next order of business. Recruiting and cheerleading.
Okay. So I did.
Do you think it will evolve to how it is with football when, from the little league parks, they are recruiting and they are putting these, getting these boys to come to their schools. Do you think that cheerleading will get to that point?
Do you think it will get as bad as it has with football and basketball?
As the sport continues to grow, you're gonna see that as well. You already have principals and administration gawking over their cheerleading team because it's bringing trophies into their schools. You'll see the recruiting. Shoot, it's already recruiting. Those coaches that are affiliated in the parks, they, corral their girls to kind of follow wherever they're going. If they're close by, it's already being done. I think if you want to keep winning.
So with recruiting, quote unquote, do you think that, even though they be, try to act like they don't offer football players anything or basketball players anything, what do you think that cheerleading will have to offer as far as recruiting is concerned to bring people over?
It's going to be the same thing as the other sports because you do have scholarships given at certain schools for cheerleaders if this school is getting girls seen and getting scholarships on the next level as the sport continues to grow. Girls are going to want to go to that school that's into college on scholarship. I mean, are we there yet?
Because I really haven't seen college. We really haven't seen college recruit. Like at state, we see Florida State all the time come in to talk to girls and things of that sort. Do you think eventually more colleges will pop up to these state championships to recruit girls as well, not just on the high school level?
I think as we see the sport grow, you'll see it grow. Kind of back into our conversation last year. Our state is not that strong in cheer right now compared to the collegiate level. So as coach, and plus cheer on the collegiate level don't get that much money. Just like track is a big sport, track don't get that much money. So I know cheer doesn't get that much money where they're able to go to all of these events to recruit. So
Mhm.
as the sport is going to have to grow on different levels. So now we in the Olympics, so you probably it will not probably, but it's going to grow on a more advanced level. I don't want to say professional level. We're getting paid for that, but advanced level. Then you have All Stars going to be, more popular. It's already popular, but it's going to, grow. Then college is going to be a trickle down effect. When you see colleges start having more recruits at the cheer competition than teams, that's when you know that we at a level
But
that
here's the irony. State has been at UF for like what the past 5 years, so to speak. But we've never seen their cheer coaches come to the state championship. Never have we ever seen them set foot in that arena. And I just find that to be ironic that we're at your school and you still don't come. But you always see Florida State, who is nowhere near Gainesville.
I wouldn't be
Pop up.
surprised if UF is there and they're also working the event.
That was my thought, that it's a possibility, because again, we don't see them. They may be in the arena, they may be, in other capacities, so we don't, because we don't physically see them, it doesn't mean
Mhm.
that they're not present. So I mean, I would think if it's the a cheer competition is being held at my institution, I
Mhm.
would think that I would want to be present, because again, this will be a great recruiting opportunity,
Mhm.
especially when this is all the schools are representing the entire state of Florida. So I would hope that they would, have the ideal to be present at that competition.
Yeah.
I would love them to be seen as being present, not just
Yeah.
because Florida State don't be caring. They just walk around with their book bags and their cards and they be on one. But it
To
makes the
me, I
girls
don't
feel
care whether we as spectators see them or not. Long as the girls are benefiting from them being, well, the girls and the guys are
correct.
benefiting from them being there. I've seen, Florida State coaches actually hand a card to a couple of the guys,
Correct.
because they wanted to, you talk to them obviously.
It makes the girls feel
I
included.
don't care. They long as they're reaching, those girls.
Mhm.
So,
Hmm.
but your
What
recruiting
else?
is about 5 years for you to
You say
really,
five?
like, for you to really see it like in your face, can't deny it. Give it about 5 years.
I just hope it don't get as bad as football, that every
And that's
year
gonna
you're
be
switching
my thing.
schools.
You switching the
Every
kids
year
for
it's
to get a ring, like ring chasing is just crazy to me.
You got people that's already trying to do it.
You think
You,
so?
you, you have people that's already trying to do that. And where I say it's going to get worse than football, because with football, it's, how can I put this? You have so many different variables of winning and losing a game, meaning you have a lot of different things that could stop you from going to state. Um, in cheer, you're going to go to state 9 times out of 10, especially
Correct.
if you're at a particular school. Um, but it's some dominant teams and it's some not dominant teams. Like,
So do
you
you think it's
have,
gonna
I
be
feel
that
like you
serious?
have more of a chance of winning state in cheer
you're doing
than
football
you do in football. So
or
you're gonna
any
have
state. Hmm.
those that influx when they do start recruiting. Um, I think it'll get worse because cheerleading coaches and cheerleaders are way more pettier than football players. So you're gonna
Okay,
see all
so
the
so
social media comments
I'm
and
finna dig. I'm finna dig. When you say petty,
we gonna have social media beefs because we gonna be talking about how I took your girls, or I'm mad because you took my girls, and
So
it's
you
just gonna
don't,
be
you
a
don't
whole
think
bunch of
football
mess.
do the same thing?
Not on the level of the way we do.
Gotcha. Okay, I get it.
I
We say
don't
I
really see, but see,
this
I don't really see football. I don't really see the head football coach. I don't really see the head football
I
coach
see the little sideline
going
coaches.
and
the
there
other
she's
coaches.
talking be more so subliminal. Like you know who
Mhm.
they talking about, but it kind of be subtle. You be like, oh, that was shady.
Okay.
But
Peep
for
game.
instance, was it like a year or two ago where it was the real heavy beef with the Hurricanes and the Lakes? I want to say 13U cheerleader coaches where they was going back and forth on live about competition.
Mm-hmm.
Imagine that carrying over into recruiting in the high school.
That's messy.
That's
Actually,
gonna get crazy.
actually, it wasn't Lakes 13U. It was Hurricanes and
Out of here.
no, wasn't
It was
Lauderdale.
late, but it may not have been a
No,
13U. Was it a 12U?
mm, I'm not sure. I knew it
I
wasn't
don't want to call the
13U.
names to
I
remind
knew it
you.
wasn't 13. I knew it wasn't 13 because it's never a clash with them in 13. Um, but I think the year that you're talking, well, I think it was last year, if I'm not mistaken, and it wasn't. It was the live was about Miami Garden Chiefs supposedly tying the score with them at competition.
Mm.
That's what that live was about.
Gotcha. But it was some stuff going on before that with lakes and hurricanes. And it was
Yeah, but
real bad.
it wasn't cheer though. And if it was, it's
It was
more so
football. It was
of
here. It
it
was
was
football.
football. It was
It was the
football.
cheerleading coaches involved.
Right, but more so if it was is more so of the 13U and the 12U from Lakes because of the grand champ situation.
Okay, then maybe that's what I'm talking about. I don't remember all the details, but I know it was cheer.
Yeah.
So yeah. So the way that went down, imagine
It's
that
gonna be
carrying
far
over.
worse in high. I mean, in high school, you already have your petty moments. To be completely honest,
We
um,
do.
it's more so you got to know your key players to in order to understand it. So it's a little bit more subliminal in high school as well. But you got to know you if you don't know the key players of high school, then it's not gonna make any sense to you.
But it don't be the
But
coaches. It be the
it be
cheerleaders
the
and the
shit
parents.
exactly, and
It be the
so that's
cheerleaders
what
Always.
I'm
and it
saying.
be the parents. That be
You
that's
gotta
how
Always.
kind of know,
it be the
yeah,
cheerleaders and the parents with the beefs and the unnecessary
unnecessarily,
beefs and
unnecessarily,
just the
and
unnecessary
made up.
comparisons. And it's like, first of all,
It's
why are
apples
you
and
even you know what I'm saying? Like your baby ain't even relevant, ain't but why are we even having this
They're
conversation?
relevant. Oh my
Like your
God.
baby ain't
because
even relevant.
I think it's all about well, even though it's not the head coaches that are clashing with the beef, it's still a battle of the coaches just
But
subliminally.
isn't that what we do in any other sport with rivals? It be more so
Correct.
fans
But it's more so
than
it's not really rivals because they're forming a beef that was never really a beef.
but rivalry is kind of a beef, but it's like a
But the
beef with
other the
sportsmanship.
but
But
they
that's
have
what
to
I'm but
share in order for it to be a beef.
but that's what I'm saying. So just imagine all of that with the coaches involved too, because then the coaches are going to be recruiting the kids and stuff like that. It's going to be a mess.
Wait, but can I say
It
something?
it really
Can
will.
I say something?
Go ahead.
Honestly speaking, I really feel like the beefing situation that goes amongst cheer has made cheer so much more interesting, especially with
Correct.
dads, because dads don't normally come to cheer competitions, or when they do come, they be like sitting there bored
I
because
saw that
I
yesterday.
have to be able to support my daughter. Or you have like the football teams that never really come to support cheerleaders, but now because my team is rivaling with your team and we beefing and it's a whole bunch of chaos going on between the two of us. Guess what? Not everybody's coming to the cheer competition, so it's making it so much more interesting because you're getting more of the fans to participate and come out and
Correct.
support, which
It's more
technically,
support.
I
yes.
agree, but I disagree. I
let me
like
say,
the hype of it. I like the hype of, maybe a little bit of trash talk, but it don't be just trash talk. It be real live beefs. I
yeah.
can't
Some
deal
of
with
it.
all that.
Some of it. Some of it.
Well,
Right.
I
It
do
be
want
real.
to
Yeah.
I
say,
can't. That I can't do.
I
Nah,
Someone
want
but
to say, I
that's
want to
huh?
someone
say,
commented.
I want to give
Oh,
a
I'm
shout
sorry,
out.
Keisha.
I want to give a shout out to all the dads that I saw yesterday on the videos, all the sharing. It's great to see dads stepping up to the plate. Kind of reminds me of that dad from state last year that we heard across the arena, and we thought
Across the
he was a
arena.
coach, but he was a cheer dad. I want to give a shout out to all those cheer dads because it's finally great to see y'all actually stepping outside the box and supporting your daughters as far as cheer is concerned. Because I remember back when we was growing up, you couldn't catch one of our daddies at no.
Yeah, my dad
You
ain't coming
couldn't
no
really catch
competition.
dads at
Only
cheer
reason why he saw
competitions.
me
They
cheer is
left
because
that
he
to
was
the
at the
mama.
basketball or the football game.
That's it. So shout out to all those supportive dads. Don't think it goes unnoticed. We love it. We love to see it and keep it up. But go ahead, Shaquesta, to continue. I just wanted to give a shout out to those
Somebody,
daddies.
I am Tanaya Lovely Gaskin report. She commented, "All stars would never." LOL.
Y'all be having y'all little beefs
Not one
too.
lie.
But they do
Hold
be
on now,
having some
because
beefs,
They
wait,
be
honey.
having that
Y'all,
little
don't.
beefs too.
I was gonna say, don't two all-star teams got beef as is? I'm just saying. No?
they be
Okay, I'm
beefing.
be quiet. I'm be quiet.
Listen, I remember the little T with Miami. Wait, hold on. It was Miami Elite and then became Broward Elite. Then it was
Uh-huh.
the Broward Elite and the Miami Elite.
Uh-huh.
Oh, the All-Star teams be beefing.
They be having their little beefs. It don't be probably as
It's not
known
as
as,
public. It's not as
yeah, but
public,
they be having their little
but they
beefs,
be
honey.
having it.
Mm-hmm. So
Okay,
let
so
Let's switch gears, y'all.
being that we are talking about beefs and how cheer is going, leading into cheer styles, tap in. What is your favorite cheer styles, and what are the cheer styles that you despise? Isha, you go last.
No, wait, hold on, because this is what I looked up. Because it's some styles of cheer that I've seen and I don't know the names.
Correct.
Um, so I Googled different styles of cheer to see if
Mm-hmm.
some names would pop up. And you know that in my very long 5-minute search, yes, 5 minutes was too long for that.
Oh, Jesus.
Um,
How
but no,
long?
I'm
I
scrolling
thought she
and
was going to
everything
say
pretty much
something
said the
else.
same.
She said
The
5 minutes.
style of cheer that they would talk about is park, rec, school, all
I never
star,
thought about school.
and wait,
Now,
rec,
when they say
school.
school, do they mean
When you
high
cheer for
school
a team,
or middle school? Because middle school
when
and
you
high
cheer
school.
for a
Okay,
team, they just call that school.
gotcha. Okay.
So you have all star, school, rec, and
College?
professional. Those are the
Oh,
styles of cheer that they give. So when I wanted to say that so people will understand that we're not talking about that.
right.
We're very clear on the different styles of cheer like that. Rec, that's what we were just talking about, like
Mm-hmm.
FYFL, AYFL. When you cheer for the little league team, school would be middle school, high school, college.
Mm-hmm.
Then you have professional. To me, professional cheerleading ain't cheerleading
It's
at
more,
all. It's
I feel like
That's
sideline.
it's more
dance.
dance.
that's
It's more so
dance.
And
sideline.
then you have all star, which is competitive cheer. So no, that's not what we're talking about.
No.
We're talking about the different styles of school cheer.
Correct.
All right. So now I'm gonna shut up and I'm gonna let y'all go. Because y'all already know my answer.
We know what
I'm
you
with Isha on this
described.
one. I am with her on this one. Go ahead.
But just go ahead, because I cannot.
Get
I
rid
can't.
of. Get rid of.
I can't.
Y'all
It
understand
is.
me?
It seems like it's a combination of dance
And
and
step.
cheer and
But I
step.
don't see the dancing
And
aspect.
military orders.
You do see the dance aspect when they do doing their hips like this,
That's
This
and
dance.
girl
yeah,
said military order. I can't.
you say military order.
Don't do that. Don't you start today.
Listen, we have talked about stump shake so many times. We know that one is called stump shake. We definitely know that one.
I can't.
We just can't. We just wouldn't even say
So
the name because we despise it.
being that that is becoming more and more popular. I don't know why, but it is.
Now, what I will say is when they be battling, oh, it gets real. But for you
But
to
some
do that
colleges do
for an
that too,
entire
though.
game, I can't. I can't.
Some colleges do stump shake as well. Do you think that's where it originally started and high schools decided to get on the bandwagon?
I'm sure, because I know school is that Hampton does it. It's a lot of HBCUs that do it. I'm not even
Yes.
here and trying to think about it. Honestly, the vast majority of HBCUs do stump shake.
Mhm.
Um, Now you have some that are incorporating stump shake, but there's a vast majority of HBCUs that stump shake. And now those girls are going back and coaching. So they're teaching it to their girls.
Mhm.
Um, I'm gonna be more detailed with it. Yes, it's good. It's fun to mock it. I enjoy mocking it a lot, as you all can see. But one, we're talking about cheering. Um, of course, there are some cheers where you gonna shake a little something, you gonna have a little fun, but the idea of cheerleading, especially school cheer, is
Correct.
to be cheering for the team that you're there for and to get the crowd involved with cheering for that team. If I don't understand what you're saying and I am a former cheerleader, the average fan is probably not going to understand what you're saying and they're not going to join in and cheer with you, which means you're not there cheering on your team. You're there being cute and doing motions on the sideline. You might as well be a professional dancer.
So, okay, my favorite style of cheer would be the traditional cheering. I got to say that. Reason being, especially on the sidelines, because your job, like you stated, your job is to cheer the team on and to get the crowd in, kind of like going into UCA. Like the crowd pleasing, the crowd feeding type of cheers is it's becoming more and more catchy. What I don't like you said, with Stump and Shake, I really don't have a problem with it. I just don't understand it. It seemed like too much going on in a cheer at the same time, and I'm trying to get a. By the time I understood what you said in the first five words, you still saying a whole bunch of other words towards the end, and none of the cheer is caught on by fans in order for them to join you. Also, I don't really too much care for professional cheerleading because to me that's just you just sideline dancers. I don't never hear you say no words. You just standing there with your palms and your little outfits on, and you're never really cheering the team on. It's more so the crowd. So what will be the point of you calling yourself cheerleaders if that's not what you do?
And a lot of
Shout
the
out to
cheerleaders,
Green Bay for actually having cheerleaders on a professional level.
I just want, if you're gonna be on the sidelines cheering the team on, the crowd shouldn't be bringing you into the cheers. You should be bringing the crowd into your cheers. It's the complete opposite in the professional world, and it's crazy because I don't even know what they had them the outfits on for. That ain't even necessary for a cheerleader to begin with. Them just glittery dancing outfits, if you ask me. And you
well,
throw a
they're
couple
They
palm
showpieces.
kisses,
are
and
They're
then they
entertainment.
have on boots.
showpieces.
Yeah,
And
they're
they know that
entertainment
they,
for timeouts for the men that
that's
are at
it.
the game.
That's
And they
it.
have
They're,
on
they're
boots.
showpieces for the fellas because that's
Clear.
who is the general audience for football are men. So they're showpieces for the men. There are eye candy. There's something to look at. There's something to fantasize about. That's it. I don't.
Because
I
and no boots. What? How you cheering in boots?
Well, a lot of the cheerleaders on the professional level are all dancers there, but most of them are professional dancers, or they
Mhm.
were danced in college, or they in some capacity they've danced. So this is their way of continuing with their passion, and their interest is to cheer professional. I went to school with a few girls from Bethune who were 14K in the band, and they were cheerleaders on the professional level. One cheered for the Miami Heat, one cheered for the Jacksonville Jaguars, another girl cheered for the Atlanta Falcons. Like, they were sideline cheerleaders for the professional teams, but they were dancers in college. So I think definitely maybe a change of name or something. I don't know,
Mhm.
on the professional level, because although they have palms, and although they're wee, whatever, the music is playing, they're dancing. Same thing with like with the NBA, the music is playing and they're dancing. They're not on the sidelines. They're not cheering. They're not
Mm-mm.
getting the crowd involved. None of that stuff is happening. So, I despise stomp and shake as well. I don't understand it. I think that when I see it, it's it's definitely not cheering to me. Um, the dancing part of it is just, and it's so fast. It's like you have like movements with words. Like, one word comes with seven movements. Like, I don't get it. It's just so much going on. And then why do they have to sound so masculine? Who do who?
Mm-mm.
Like, why do they have to do that? Like, why do they have to sound so masculine when they're cheering on the? Now, I'm also with Isha when she say when they battle against each other. I watch, because it be, and I be hoping for
I've
some
never
real
seen one. Maybe
I be hoping
somebody.
for some real live action popping off. But I remember one of my good friends texts me, and she sends me a video of the cheerleading team of her son's high school football team. And she's like, I need help. What are they saying? And I said, throw all that shit away, is what I said. Throw it away. Throw the whole team, the coach, the cheerleaders, throw all of them away. Because it's like I despise. And this was the coach that was like, she was gonna come for Dilla.
All right, y'all. We've shared this style of
No
cheer.
comment.
This is one of the one. I'm just gonna get off that. This is one of the ones I don't know the name of. Where they compete, but everything is like super fast and super sharp, and
That's like the military at the position.
Oh,
Now that's
yeah,
military.
it's
everybody's in sync with each other.
yeah. I would say an example that I would try to give to is like more so military style drill team.
It's almost like synchronized swimming.
Yeah, but for cheer.
Yes, but for
Synchronized
cheering,
cheering.
it's very synchronized. All of the girls' movements, everything is in sync. And if you are a stickler for sharpness and
Mm-hmm.
precision and everybody together, that it gives you goosebumps, because it's like, ooh, yes.
They really look like one.
It
Yeah.
looks like one
Yeah.
team, one band,
Mm-hmm.
one sound.
Very.
And like the first couple of times that I saw it, what I thought about was, remember we used to do intros with Secretary and Jackson, because that's
Yes,
kind of how they
Lord.
start
Yeah.
out. And
3, 2,
then
1, let's go.
yeah, and then they
Okay.
kind of
Our
go
last.
into the routine. And I was like, oh, okay. Now, do I really care for it? I couldn't watch it too much. But I do like it. That style is more than, yes, exactly. It is more north. It is a more northern style. But I don't know. I don't really, I can't, like I said, I couldn't do it all the time. That have to be like competition thing, like one competition and we out, like not multiple
But not
competitions.
one competition.
Yeah, like this is just for bragging rights to show that my team is sharper and cleaner than yours, and that's all I'm doing that year. That one competition, I'm done.
That might be something that leads into how they look in the Olympics, to be honest.
I don't
No,
think so. Mm-mm.
It
I
won't
need
be
the
us.
Olympics.
It won't
I
be us.
need I need
It
collision.
won't
I
be
need the
the
to
US.
oh, it won't be the USA.
Heck no.
Oh no, now these last few videos, these last few videos I've seen on post, baby. I was like, hold up
That's
now.
gonna
I
be
said, we
that's
Now,
coming
gonna
for
if
be
the
y'all
US.
don't know,
serious.
if y'all have not watched last season, last
Oh
season
Jesus.
I was totally against the US in future Olympics because I said by the time, give it about 5 or 10 years, these foreign teams gonna be kicking our butt because they're gonna be flipping 17 times in the air and landing 17 people on top of each other. I said it was gonna kill us. But with more talking and more understanding, it's pretty much a regular competition with the regular rules on a high um all-star level. So I'm like, okay, they can't do all of that. All right, good. That puts the ball back in our court. And then I started seeing more of the US perform.
Mm-hmm.
We gonna win. No
You
baby.
was do it. Listen, you could not catch you a year from now. You wouldn't even side with the US of A.
Oh, I was not fighting with the US of A. I was team like China, team Zimbabwe, Kenya.
Yeah, because I swear, she stayed sending videos of people flipping on top of each other. Talking about this. You see this? These people finna beat us.
Come on,
Hilarious.
we already lost. We already
That
lost.
part. That's
We
all she
lost
kept
until
saying.
I knew that it was gonna be, all-star rules. We lost. We had lost already, like nowhere near Olympics, and we was done.
But the last few videos that I've seen the Team USA posted, I was like, hold up now.
I'm
We might
confident
got
in them.
something.
The
I'm
US
We
gonna
got
be
confident in
chasing
something.
them.
or something. Oh,
Yeah,
not the fireworks in the
and
background.
Sade got fireworks.
Wait a minute, I'm hating hockey.
I don't even know how I did that. Only thing I said is
All
I'm
she
confident
did,
in them
but you
and
know,
did this, and it just went
but you know,
off.
with with the iPhone and with the Apple update,
iPad,
now you
yeah.
certain things.
Oh, wait, but I'm on
You,
my MacBook.
but
How
not
about
the
I couldn't
MacBook,
connect
man.
on my
It's
MacBook?
phone, it's phone and iPad. So when you own it and you do certain gestures, like when you do the hearts, the little hearts pop up in the background. When you do something, the balloons pop up. I don't know what it is, but
I don't know. All I did was a thumbs up, baby.
all she did was a
I thought that
thumbs
was
up.
something you did.
So I need to log in
Well,
on
I
my
No,
think you
iPad
said
next time.
USA too, and you did the thumbs up. Either way, I
Listen,
can't.
I thought
yeah,
that was something Q did because
it was. It
I
comes
thought that
with
was something Q did because I said I'm confident in them.
My hands are right here. I ain't touching
Oh,
out one thing
sorry.
on the keyboard.
it goes with the
But that's
update
what's
as far
up.
as the phone and the iPad is concerned with FaceTime or the camera. So therefore, you know how that goes.
Note to self,
But
log in on the iPad.
I'm on mine. I just gotta update. I gotta do that one last update with my iPad, and I'll be good to go. But my
My
phone, when I
iPad
put
so
that
old, it
heart up,
probably don't even update no more.
it's
Why?
terrible.
Cause I got a laptop and I got a MacBook and an iPhone. I don't need an
I do
iPad.
too.
I don't take that iPad nowhere. It collect dust.
Mine do too. I use my MacBook every time, but I tried to log in on the MacBook to log in with y'all, and it said something about it. I had to download Foxfire
Oh,
and all that kind of stuff here.
because it's not work. It don't work
Yeah, it
on.
don't work on
Sequester said
phone.
don't
Safari.
use Chrome. She said don't
Yeah, it
use
don't.
Chrome, so therefore I had to put the MacBook down and I got the iPad.
I'm on.
I always use
I'm
my
on
iPad.
Chrome right now.
You can
I'm on
use
Safari.
Um,
Safari.
I use
Safari,
Safari.
it said that
it
it was.
wouldn't let me.
Oh, well, I
It
have
would not
Safari.
let me.
Okay,
It
that's
No,
would not
something
let me.
all
When I
right.
tried to log in today, it said no.
interesting.
So
Well,
Anyway,
let's get back
let me
on
ask.
topic.
Let me ask
any
a
other
question.
styles of cheer, whether y'all know the names of it or not, that y'all really like or don't
No,
like?
not at all.
Mm.
I'm talking about the listeners too. I don't know how many we got, but I'm talking to them too.
We got 7 right now.
Oh,
Deaf to stomp and shake. Deaf to stomp and shake.
she's
Deaf
gonna
to
broadcast that.
stomp
Stomp and
All
and
shake.
shake.
fans
Please,
are in stands, don't stomp.
but Ish, I do have a question.
Stop.
What's
It's
the
just
style? What's the What's the common style of cheer in Georgia? Because you did mention competition in Georgia was a little different. So what style of cheer have you seen the most popular in the state of Georgia?
Most most teams that I've seen have been doing stump shake, and I try not to watch them as much as possible. The team that Mike coached for, they they do more of the traditional style, but they chill like yodelers. They sing all day.
Sorry.
You don't
Man, like
understand
they on the
So
like
the
wait.
Tavia
Like
she
Robinson.
said
You
the
don't understand the
yodelers.
difference between what? I'm
she don't
sorry.
understand the difference between the different styles of cheer.
Oh,
In terms of what? Because originally I was talking about like all-star I mean
so right now
school
we're currently talking about the different styles
of
of
school
like
cheer, so
right.
sideline cheering.
So
And
with the
well,
competition
not
that you
really, not just sideline cheering, but we talked about stump shake, which is the
oh God, you just love mocking them people.
did I explain it where they understand or not? And then the traditional style, well, what we're saying is traditional would be she said, oh. And what we're saying is the traditional style is more like give me a chill. Somebody call a chill.
Girl, listen,
We
Dilla got
are
this
something, something, something. We are
That's
DHS.
that.
somebody else.
DH.
But you know what? You know what
Somebody else.
cheer? What
Don't do that.
chant? Do you know what chant I really this? And I'm trying to remember the words of it. I don't like that chant. And then the little league parks do it, and the middle school and the high school teams do it. Give me a second. I'm trying to remember the words. And I remember when we was practicing for no, it's the
I
one
think I know what you're talking about. Because
remember we was
everybody been
practicing.
doing it.
Remember we was practicing for homecoming one year, and they wanted me to learn the you know what I'm talking about?
We talking about oh
It's on the tip of my tongue, but it's not coming out.
I'm trying to remember. I see it happening, but I'm trying to.
everybody shout it out. Uh-huh. Somebody. Everybody shout it out.
Look how Shaquasta looking.
Everybody shout it.
Now just look how Shaquasta is looking.
Listen,
I got
I got a new favorite chill.
When I tell you, whenever I see that chant, I just get angry. I get upset. I get annoyed. I get
Why?
because it's stupid.
You think
But
so?
you telling everybody in the
I
stands to
I
shout
happen
out
to
your
like it because it
team
gets the
with
crowd.
you.
What the
Look, look, look,
what is this?
look, 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 look,
What
look,
is this? What is this? What is it?
It's
I'm
a
choking
it's a
you, and I'm
tabletop.
saying,
It's a
You know
tabletop.
what it's telling me. You know how in sign language. What is fu? And I digress. I digress.
that's because people don't do it right. They do, and they do like this, but it's more like this.
That's
And
kind of
listen,
like something.
and then you have to remember the different teams, middle school teams and little league parks. They all do it differently. So you put them all
Correct.
together on the same high school team, it'd be a hot mess. I'd be
It
like,
really,
stop, let's stop
Ye,
it.
ye,
Everyone stop.
ye, ye.
See,
you
that
so
that was the
stupid.
introduction. That's the introduction. It's the introduction to stump and cheer down here in South Florida.
Not really. Well,
So,
you know
as
my
soon as
you know
Seriously.
my new favorite chill.
I'd be like,
You know my new favorite chill.
yeah.
What? What?
The
It's
one
kind of stuff and shake a little bit.
the one Carol
Just
Lee
a little bit.
used to start back in last year. Shout out to Carol
Yes.
Lee.
Give us some defense.
Give us some deep give us some defense. And they be like,
We want
"Steve!"
defense. Give us some defense. We want
Yeah,
some defense.
defense.
Give us
Give
some
us
defense. I
defense.
love that
See
show.
something from last year because y'all know I wasn't there last year.
I'm gonna have to find a video. I'm gonna find
I'm
a
gonna have to find.
video.
Listen, that should give me life, and I done finally learned all the motions. Maya
But
taught me
y'all
the
know
last
my
part.
favorite
I mean,
chill.
I
Go,
got a
go, get her. When you get her,
which one?
do
Do
it.
it.
That's all for the
listen.
whole
So
week.
somebody called that shit at the BA game. I kid you not, and they held it for forever. And I swear to God, I had a flashback, and I said, I hate this damn chill.
Now, Isha
The
used to
question was
always
like,
hold it.
what's wrong? I say Isha used to hold that damn
We
chill
used to
for
be
so
stuck like
damn
this.
long.
Listen,
I
them
was
girls at
like,
that BA and Dilla game, they was stuff for about a whole quarter.
But see,
listen,
the
No.
and
thing is, what they do, they call it at the end, either the end of the game or the end of the half.
no.
I
It was
didn't do
called in the
that.
middle.
I would call it when I felt like it. Long as it
No.
was defense, I called it when
This
I
one
felt
was
like it.
this one was randomly called, and it was held for too long. Too
Um,
long. I had a flashback, and I had PTSD. I swear to God, just standing there.
Hey, first of all,
Hey,
Tanya is in the building. Tanya was my coach on 120 at Lane many moons ago.
minute
Shout out to
ago.
Tanya. I had to message her yesterday. She already know why she had me dying in the background. But shout out to Tanya. Oh my goodness.
hey
For
Tanya,
doing
welcome to
this.
Good Chatter. How's everything going with you? Thank you so much for watching and supporting. She said,
Yes.
"Oh my God." Listen, Tanya was one of the people that escorted Maya to me too, and she was crying. She said, "I don't know what's wrong with her, but she won't stop crying."
Jesus, poor baby. Just terrible. Yeah,
And
I
y'all
had
niece just
PTSD. I swear.
yeah, check y'all group chat. Y'all niece just text y'all.
I know. We
Oh,
already gave her shout out. She should have been on time.
Ooh,
her shout out was done many moons ago. Terrible.
Maya, thank you so much. I appreciate you for the entire Jesus season that we had. Girl, listen, I love you much. I love you much. You know, I love you much. That's my
Okay,
TT.
so all right. So
So we
being that we
switching.
talked about style of cheer, that leads into our next topic. When we go co-ed. So do we think that co-ed should be for any team with boys in general? Or now where the rules are is if it has to have three or more boys in order to be considered co-ed, one or two could be in an all-girls competition. Do you feel that is an unfair advantage for an all-girls team to go against a team with one or two boys?
I
So
don't.
address that question. Latavia, we did not get to fully critique competition. Um, because we did not fully get to see competition. I was watching live and it stopped at Lauderhill 10U. So we didn't see everybody. We had a couple of people seeing
Correct.
videos, but it's not enough to really give a full critique of yesterday's competition. We do apologize. It wasn't our fault. It's
because
blame
we
IG because the live they wouldn't let them do live no more. But I was trying to keep up with it, and we didn't get enough to like fully critique the FYFL competition. So we
But
apologize.
we did,
and then
however, get
also, in
shout
all
out to the
honesty, we did try. We did try to be the media
Mhm.
outlet for the FYFL's cheer competition. We tried to have meetings. We tried to have some meetings. We tried to I'm sorry, hold on one second, y'all. Y'all go ahead.
Okay, so
we
what she was
did.
basically saying, we
Yeah.
were connecting with a few people that we thought would be the best people to connect with in order to be the media outlet for competition, but it didn't go as planned or in the
Correct.
direction that we would have wanted it to go. So it didn't happen because we wanted to be a part of the entire season. Like going and talking to different teams and parks and stuff like that. But we know the rules and regulations for FYFL with coming around the team, so we couldn't just pop up and start doing our own thing.
Because we
So at
really
least we
wanted to be more in depth and more involved in the maturation of the particular season. So we wanted to visit parks, we wanted to interview coaches, spotlight teams, and then eventually attend the competition so that way we can actually be more involved with the media aspect of it by talking to the teams once they're done competing, kind of, get a little hype going on. But we've sent out numerous requests, but nothing was responded back in a timely manner. So definitely next season, this is something that we definitely will start earlier and trying to push and get
Toya,
involved.
since you listening, can you please help us with that?
I was just about to say, baby Tanya can help us with that part, but we don't want to critique only certain teams that we didn't get to see everybody in general. It's not a fair critique
Yeah.
when we have and it was cut off at a certain point. So we did earlier give our take and our shout outs to the winning teams and the grand champs and who we enjoyed looking at from what we've seen, and hopefully next year it'll be a different outcome.
And
Tanya,
that is
maybe
the
you
whole, and that's Latavia, that's what and that's exactly where the that's the purpose. That is what we are trying to push to do. We want the
can
same
correct.
coverage that football get. We want that same coverage for cheerleading as well. So we definitely we all tried to meet with the powers that be so that way we could get the ball rolling with that. But maybe next year, well, we're not gonna say maybe next year, we definitely will be more involved with getting more involved with the cheer side, so that way we can bring more spotlight to cheerleading. Okay, I will definitely get you guys with the right person for next year. Thank you so much, Tanya. We love you too. We definitely enjoy it.
I personally thought you were completely done with it until I heard your voice yesterday, and I was like, "Oh shoot!" So definitely, can communicate with you about doing that.
Absolutely.
Okay. So let's
So
go back.
do
Ruben
you think
said that he think it's
unfair?
unfair.
And a lot of
I
coaches
don't.
a lot
I
of
don't.
coaches feel that way. And here's why. When you have a boy on the team, I can understand where they're coming from. When you have a boy on the team, his strength is totally different from the strength of a girl. Period. So therefore, the stunt is more secure with a boy. Well, it's supposed to be more secure with a
Thank you.
boy than it would be with all girls. So I can understand that aspect of it. And at the same time, playing devil's advocate, if you got three or more boys, I can understand you being co-ed. One or two really ain't co-ed to be exact. But I can see it from both sides of the coin. But I do
What's the
want to know you
definition of
guys'
co-ed?
thoughts.
What's the
Huh?
definition of co-ed? What is the definition of co-ed?
Boys
Having a
and
male
girls.
cheerleader on the team with girls.
Boys and
Correct.
girls
I
can
get
be
it. But
together.
like
So
I
once
said,
you
I
have
can
I
one,
get
understand
it, but
both sides of
I just feel that one boy doesn't make the team. Like you still have a group of girls that
So what
one
is
boy's strength,
are we
see what
one boy's strength,
see where you going with.
one boy's
So
strength
one
still
boy
doesn't deteriorate from a group of girls. So I feel that even with that one boy, it still does not make a difference or make the routine stand out any more than what a group with 3 and 4 and 5 group of boys would do.
So
but
where I'm
I get
thinking
it.
about it is on average, the average boy should be able to put a flyer up by themselves. They
By
should
themselves.
do a one man.
Exactly.
When you have a group of girls doing the same stunt, now hold on, Shadi, because I'm not agreeing with you.
You're not agreeing, but I'm just saying.
Because now you have more stunts. So let's say it's 15 cheerleaders on a team. If one of those
Okay.
is a boy putting up a one man, you've added an extra stunt. Now, and we've said this before, when you're cheering and you see more stunts, it's more appealing to the eye to see more stunt groups
Right.
at the same time. So that other than just the strength, well, that is a part of the strength, but just the visual effect, I feel that it is unfair to have a boy on the team. Now I'm finna be messy with it.
But wait,
I'll say,
Hey, hold
hey,
on, hold on, because I'm finna be messy with
are
it.
we
okay,
talking?
I'm gonna
Are
go
we
okay.
back to
talking
my
masculine?
argument.
Are we talking
Let me be
masculine
messy.
boy?
Hey, let me be messy.
Are we
If you
talking
want to be messy, let it be
masculine?
messy.
Shh, shh. What if that boy consider himself a girl?
That's what I was just gonna say. Are we talking masculine boy, or are we talking about transitioning?
But then too, to
That's
turn back into what Isha said, yes, I believe that a boy should be able to put up a stunt by himself. But if if I have a team and the boy is solely helping my cheerleaders put up a stunt, why am I in co-ed? What for? He's not doing anything by himself. He's not standing out. He's not giving me a
But
different visual
normally,
effect.
but see, but what's
that's what
happening
boys
though?
supposed to do. That's
That's
normally
what he's
the.
supposed to do, but that's not what they're using them for.
But that's
So
where.
what's happening? What has been happening in recent years is that people are putting boys on their team and they're not assisting the girls. They're damn near stunt groups by themselves.
Mm-hmm.
Mm,
So if they're stunt groups by themselves, they're strong enough to be doing co-ed type stunts.
Right.
And even if I add a boy to assist the girls and he's not doing things individually, 9 times out of 10, whether it's a huge difference or a small difference, if I put a boy in the back of I'm
a
just gonna
stunt.
say basket, that basket is gonna go higher than if I put a girl back there. If I put
True
a boy
enough.
to live, most boys are taller than girls. He's gonna be able to control that lib more than that girl can because he's gonna be taller. We're not even talking about strength in
Right.
that point. So
Right.
once you, in my opinion, once you add that boy, you're now co-ed in the
Mm-hmm.
definition of the term co-ed. And I feel like we should be adhering to that because it does tend to become a disadvantage in the long run. Um, yeah, that's what I got. Okay, let's see what Amber said. Amber said at UCA High School Nationals, we have a co-ed score sheet. FHSAA should do the same. But there are
Mm-mm.
okay, wait, hold on. So what you're saying is if a team is competing non-co-ed, they still have a co-ed score sheet? Or are
No,
you saying that
she's saying
no,
have a
hold
separate.
on, huh?
She's saying co-ed has a separate spreadsheet. Their score sheet is set up differently than the all girls team. The criteria is different, and she's
Right.
saying that
So
FH.
wouldn't they separately be in co-ed?
So what she was saying that FHSAA should do the same thing because when
Okay,
you look
so
at the
she's
score
saying
sheet,
they compete co-ed nationals.
correct.
If you have
So
one
they,
boy, you have to. Okay, that's what we're saying. So
yeah,
that's exactly what we're saying. If you have one boy, you should compete co-ed. Period. Not in all girl
and
because
then but that goes both
HSAA
ways.
does do. I think depending on the size of the team, it's like one or two boys can compete all girl. So really, FHSAA needs to get down with the national criteria.
Correct. That's what she was saying. They should
Confusion
do
as
the same.
well because Chase the State isn't that UCA criteria.
Yes,
Why are we going to? Why are we? Well, I'm not gonna say why are we because most of the cities that go to Chase the State are actually trying to go to nationals, but those that don't and they compete in Chase the State, I feel like they should be using that criteria throughout because it gets confusing.
Ohio's routines are based on
Yeah,
national.
like FHSAA needs to adopt the national
score
criteria.
sheet
That way,
because
people
the
don't have to
score sheets
work
are the
out all
same.
year
The
with
score sheets are the
the
exact
rules and
same.
the regulations.
But Amber says so. Our routines are based on national score sheet rather than state score sheet.
Because technically, when you look at a co-ed score sheet from FHSAA, it's the same as an all-girls score sheet.
Okay, so I'm gonna ask this question. Amber, are you particularly talking about your team, or are we talking about
In
co-ed
general.
and non-co-ed in general?
I think she's comparing the differences between state
No, I
and
think
national.
she's talking about her team because she keeps saying our. Well, we're
Oh.
talking about it in general.
So do you think, being that, let's address that, do you think that state should have a different score sheet for co-ed? Because it's not, they really don't have one.
I wouldn't mind a boy on a non-tumbling team, but he at least has to do a co-ed because of the score sheet. I agree with that.
Mm-hmm.
If like you can do boy non-tumbling, I mean co-ed
Co-ed
non-tumbling,
non.
but I
But
don't think that
what's
it
the
should
point of
be.
that?
She
I'm
just
I
said,
saying,
mean,
just said that she think FHSAA needs to add in a co-ed non-tumbling division to make it fair.
but what will be the point of that?
Non-tumbling.
I'll be
the
okay.
same.
So
No. You can't go
Not
back
all
to
boys can tumble
the
though.
argument between tumbling and not us going away from tumbling. And you said that we should keep non-tumbling. So we're keeping non-tumbling.
we
You
should,
gotta
but
have co-ed non-tumbling as well.
Get rid of small.
Yeah,
It's
get
still
it's
on it.
it's it's
Okay.
four of them on the mat anyway. So get rid of small. That ain't it's not giving me much. And I mean I don't have an issue with the teams. I just don't like the division. It's 4 people on the mat. What are you doing?
Okay, so my
Okay, so
question,
now I'm understanding
I'm
what you're
not trying to
saying,
get
Amber,
rid of.
because at
I
first
don't
I
have a
was
problem with
confused.
non-tumbling. I don't. I don't have a problem with it. But what I'm trying to understand is,
All boys don't know how to tumble. He don't know how to tumble. He going on non-tumbling.
what he on the team? Never mind. Go ahead.
What the
I'm
girls that
wondering
don't
why is he on the team?
for?
It's reason why. Okay, so the reasoning behind non-tumbling for girls, when we talked to Andrew, it was more so about size. Some of
It be
those
some
girls
big
are
boys playing those stunts. What you talking about?
they ain't that big. Cut that out.
No,
Majority of
It's
the
the
boys,
boys.
it be big boys cheering.
majority of the boys are in shape. Don't do that.
No, we done seen
Not all.
cheering before.
We don't
You
see some
stop
big
it.
block.
Don't be trying to spin the narrative to fit
Yeah,
your
I'm not.
point. If
Kamisha,
we have to keep non-tumbling, then yes, there should be a co-ed non-tumbling.
but Kamisha,
I
even when
just
you
said,
look
I
at
didn't
when
say we shouldn't have it. I said, what is the point?
but even when you look at
Still having an
even
all-girl non-tumbling.
even when you look at some co-ed teams, not all of their boys tumble. So why not have a non-tumbling co-ed
But
team?
I have not seen. I
You
have
got
not
girls
seen a
non-tumbling.
co-ed team that does
You
not
got
have
boys.
everybody that tumbles.
Boys.
I did, and I can send you the videos of some of them.
Please,
have
please do.
boys.
'Cause did they make it?
Navarro, wait, hold up, let's get to it. Navarro is a college, a college that has some boys
We
that
ain't
do
talking
not
about
tumble.
college. We is talking about high school.
But we talk about co-ed in general though.
Tumbling, then why not have high school? This
We
was
talk about co-ed in general though.
that y'all were
Okay,
making
not
last
listen,
week,
not a
and
problem.
y'all
I
told
want
me
y'all to find
that
me
you got to
one
have
team this year
non-tumbling.
from state. Find me one. Find me
You
one.
said not to have non-tumbling?
Who?
Say that again.
You
I was
said
trying
not.
to see.
I said find me one team this year at state where the boys don't tumble. When we go to state, find me one.
Apparently there's a lot of teams that
I'm gonna
they
make
have
sure I
boys
keep that on my list for me to look.
That's the
All the
reason
co-ed
why
teams,
most
the
of
boys
them. That's the reason why they're going non-tumbling with 1 or 2 boys, because their boys don't tumble.
they don't go co-ed though.
Right, which is what we saying. Because if their boys were tumbling 9 times out of 10, they would probably go co-ed.
I doubt it. Not with 1 or 2 boys.
They'll
I
find
think,
more boys.
honestly, in my personal opinion, I think the people that do 1 or 2 boys are afraid of co-ed. Let's call a spade a spade.
I
I
don't
think
think that. Maybe that. What would make you think that? How do we know that?
some of
Maybe
them,
those are the only 2 boys that tried out.
no, here's why. Because a lot of them know the rules and they ain't stupid. A lot of them know the rules and they know that if they have 1 or 2 boys, they don't have to go co-ed.
But maybe those 2 boys are the only 2 boys that came to tryouts.
So Ruben said, not all Bartow boys tumble, but they make it up with their co-ed stunning, so I don't mind it. That's a true statement as well. If they are co-ed stunting, put them in co-ed. It's not just the boys, it's the girls.
Some of those groups are strategic.
Funding for
Don't
tumbling.
get me wrong.
You also risk kids getting hurt. I done seen many people get hurt out of.
I fell on mine. Ooh, Strawberry Cresses. Ooh, that's my school. I love that school, and that coach be dressed to the nines. He be having the strawberries. Baby, he be having the strawberries on his socks. He be giving me
injury risk all around.
But Strawberry Crest used to be co-ed at one point, literally. When we first started seeing them, they was co-ed.
But my whole thing is you have if you have this boy on a non-tumbling team, competing against all girl non-tumbling teams, where is the fairness? Yes, and I feel like this: if you have a boy on the team and he's a back spotter, what is he on the team for?
What is the point?
I don't get that part. I mean,
I've seen teams have boys throughout the season and don't use them at competition,
which is fine.
No, that I'm going into pretty much what you're saying. If they cannot do anything special enough, or it will not be enough for me to be competitive co-ed, why I can't just pull those boys off the team for competition?
Which is perfectly fine. We're talking about when the competition.
No, I'm not disagreeing with y'all. I'm more so adding to what y'all are saying.
Yeah.
Correct.
I totally agree.
Like I really just sometimes I ain't gonna sit here and sugarcoat it. Some people just do. Some teams we've seen have 1 or 2 boys, and it's because they're afraid to go co-ed.
Like I saw teams last year that were in larger co-ed divisions and had a smaller group of boys.
It was one team last year that we fell in love.
What was the little short dude that I liked? But he when we was at BCAA, was that Monarch?
Yeah,
I didn't go.
So they only had maybe
it was 4 or 5 boys.
But I think they were in a larger division where those 3 or 4 boys don't cut it on a large scale.
Yeah, they didn't place as high last year either.
Hey, wait! When we was at state, the boy that cheered with Miramar, did he actually go?
No.
One of them.
It was just that girls there, right?
One of them.
But I'm trying to figure Miramar.
He didn't cheer at state.
That's what I'm trying to figure out. Yeah.
The way
he was
transitioning.
Huh?
No.
Don't they have a transitioning? A trans girl trans?
That was 2 years ago. So Miramar's team is always bigger during the season, but by the time competition roll around, it's small. But I know exactly who you talking about. Charlotte.
No, they had remember we was at Everglades. Remember what's that Everglades we went to? The school when we had to go Western. Okay, remember we was at Western? And they had a boy on the team, but I don't remember seeing him at state.
No, he didn't go.
I want to say he did. Because
He did go, Misha. I think I have that video. Hold on, I'm going to my phone. Hold on. I'm going.
And they
I
were
think I
still
still have that
all
video.
girls. Still all
Hold
girls.
on. Hold on.
I have a question. If you have a team and you have boys, like one or two boys,
There
and
is there was a boy last year on their team. There was a boy, and I think he's transitioning.
Okay, so that might be
as a boy though,
because he had the little black thingies in his head.
you can wear shorts.
Yeah, he had on short. He had on the long pants with the short
But
vest.
yeah, the long pants. Yes, you
Yeah.
right. But what I was saying was, if you have boys on your team, and it's maybe one or two, and you decided not to go co-ed,
Mm-hmm.
tell me why.
I can't
Give me
answer
the
that question.
reasons for that.
But
I want to know. I'm just curious.
a lot of teams, from what we saw, if you look at the competition from co-ed, that's a lot. Especially if you going large, or what? Who is that? Is that Doral that goes extra large all the time? That's co-ed, the Firebirds. When you look at the
We were
people,
all girl last year because they went against
but they were co-ed at one
girls.
point.
They went against Crowns Up with the Royals.
They were co-ed at one point.
I don't recall
I
them
think
being co-ed for a while.
I think sometimes because they don't know which division
Okay,
people
we
are
know
going into.
you can do up to two boys. We're saying why though? Like, why not take those boys and go co-ed?
Because of the competition. There's a fear there. I have a feeling that there's a fear there.
They had two boys that was transitioning last
Miramar?
year. Yes. I'm looking at the picture right now.
I
Uh-huh.
know that there was one. I know for a fact they had one, but it was two that actually cheered that state.
Yeah, they got their medals on and everything. I'm looking at the picture right now.
Okay.
It was one. I know one for a fact was transitioning, and the other one I don't know if he was transitioning or not, but he does. Oh yeah, he was.
Oh, okay.
Man, Real, go away. Okay, Ruben answered a real question.
He answered or asked.
No, Ruben answered a real question. He said
Thumbs in
Okay.
something
place.
plays a part in why they don't go.
So do you think that
Okay.
that's fair?
But if your girls can tumble, then your boys don't have to.
Well,
Mm.
and then there it goes for me. If you're going to tumble, tumble. I do not want to see anyone squatting while
Uh-huh.
everybody else is tumbling. So if you're going to go tumbling, I need the whole entire team
But
to
that's what we
tumble.
talked about last week. We
Exactly.
got
The
tired of
whole
seeing
team
people
don't
It's
that
all
don't.
these.
what I'm saying is the whole team doesn't tumble in tumbling. Even on the all-star level, you don't have everybody tumbling. You
Give
have
them people something to do
okay, we can
besides
give them
squatting
something to do,
over.
but everybody not gonna tumble. They might throw a stun up in the
No,
back.
but you have some teams that do tumbling pass, and then they have people on the very back row just squint over. Give them people something to do.
Okay, Amber, you said West Nassa has a boy every year. Okay, why aren't they going co-ed?
And they are good. West Nassau is,
They are very good, but why aren't they going co-ed? The question
because
is,
I have a real strong feeling it's the fear of the competition in co-ed. People want to win titles. It's a given. And if you going against a team with several dudes and you got one, who
what?
in their right mind is gonna go against a team with five more boys as opposed to entering with one boy. That's crazy.
What question are you talking about, Harold?
I don't know what question. I can't even see
Yeah,
the comment.
Just click comment.
Huh?
you could click on the comments on your on your dashboard.
So
But
on your
I'm
iPad,
just
Okay.
it looks
But
I
good.
I,
I
I
think
think my I
it's
think
I think what it is.
for me,
Oh,
if you're gonna do co-ed, do
Oh,
co-ed. If you're going to do tumbling,
correct.
tumble.
hold
If you're
on.
going,
I got a quick question. If I stop my camera, is that gonna log me out?
we mean stop it, like
No.
turn off your go
Yeah,
off,
I
You
need to
just
go
gonna
get
be
my charger. I'm about to die.
No.
go just go
it's just
off
gonna go
stage.
blank.
Yeah,
Yes,
this way.
man.
Click on your
Man.
picture.
Click on the
Uh-huh.
camera and
I
turn it
got you.
off.
Just hit the camera.
Go.
I don't know what you just did.
I just did it for her. I think
Go
when
ahead,
let me
Q.
go back. When I was saying when we were saying four, when I was making a joke about four people with a small division when it comes to
Mm-hmm.
the competition, a small division. I was making a joke. They have to have at least what, six, or is it eight?
What you
I
mean?
can't remember for the small division. You have to have six
Uh-huh.
or eight excuse me, six or eight members on the team in order for it to be small. Or is
8.
it
Correct.
okay?
8.
So in order for it to be fall, so that I was being funny when I said that about the small division. You do have to have at least 8 girls, a minimum of 8 girls on the team to be considered to be small. But in all actuality, 4 people they do make up a stunt. You got your two side bases, you got your back
Your
spotter
bad
and your
started
flyer.
spraying.
That's the
Mm-hmm.
stunt group. So yeah, if that I hope that answered your question, sir. But again, for me, if you're going to tumbling, everybody should be tumbling. If you got a boy on the team, go co-ed. Because if you can find that one boy, you can find 3 more. You can find 4 more.
Correct. But
So
I really think it's fair. Look at the
Well,
school
I don't
like
like being down here.
because when you log off, when you log
You shouldn't have logged off. You should have just hit the camera.
I
I tried to, and then they talk about go backstage and all types of other stuff. And then I
If you would
looked
have
up
hit the
there.
camera, it would have just blanked you out.
I didn't do
okay.
it.
So I I can't with her. If it ain't her sitting up with her hands in it, folded in front of her looking crazy. Something else.
I'm getting ready for my
Terrible.
ESPN debut.
So I'm gonna ask this.
I'm gonna
If
go
you
on
were
this.
a coach, if you were a coach with 1 or 2 boys and you went large, would you go against Barto?
No.
Bingo.
I'm getting rid of
And
my
that is my
boys.
point.
I'm getting rid of my
No.
boys. I'm not going to
Exactly.
get
But
Barstow
okay,
with one
so
or
my
two
question
boys.
is, why would you
I'm
get rid
not
of your boys?
doing it.
Why would you
You
get
said
rid of
why
your boys?
would I get rid of my boys?
Yes.
Because 1 or 2 boys is not going to compete with that.
Not.
Bingo. And that's you just exactly proved my point. That is why some teams just seem to go all the
But why I
all
can't
route.
just go down like some people do, go down to a different
Category.
category
Because
and keep my boys.
you still want to go large.
somebody just dropped some truth on here. Go ahead now. It's not a fear. Our goal is the national title this year, and we ain't getting one going against Bartow.
But Amber, you just proved my point.
Yeah, Amber pretty much just said what I said. I'm keeping my boys and I'm going in a different category. I'm not going with that
But
big
that
shit. I'm going with the
but
little
that
shit
is
with my boys though. I'm going in the
but
little
that
shit with
just
my boys. Because Bartow
you
is an
want to go
all-star college team.
where
They will win
you
on
are
the
gonna
college
go.
level, okay?
But that's my thing. You're gonna go where you feel
Thanks,
like you're going to
Ruben.
win.
That's why they have small co-ed, medium co-ed, and large co-ed. So you can take your little co-eds and make them feel. They stay away from the big co-eds that's compete on the all-star college level, okay?
But that is my point though. That is exactly my point. It's not, regardless of how you want to address it, whether you want to say it's not a fear or not, everybody wants to win a title. So you gonna go where you feel like you got
In
a
other
chance
words,
at winning
if
the
you
title.
not gonna win the title at that level, you scared of them people because you ain't going head to head with the people, and you just gonna go where you get in, where you fit in.
Hello, and that's my point.
Because I'm scared. I'm openly admitting that if I had 5 boys, I ain't going against that big shit. I'm going down. I'm talking
But
about
that's
5
my
boys and I'm
so
going down.
thank you, because you pretty much summed up what I've been saying. Regardless of if you want to admit it or not, it is a fear because you want to be confident with where you're going, regardless. And it's okay. But you know who you can win against and you know who you can't. Plain
And
and simple.
I'm woman enough to say I'm not going
I will ask
against
this question.
that college
So
all-star team.
I'm gonna ask this
They
question.
need to chill for Florida. Like at this point, they already blue and orange. Just go ahead and make them University of Florida football cheerleaders.
Okay,
They
quick
from
question.
Florida.
So, being that teams can start off in one category at the beginning of the season and change right before going to state, if they went public, if people went public prior to of what category they're going into, what do you think will happen?
A lot of categories gonna change.
Because that's something that plays a major factor in it as well. Nobody truly goes public with what category they're going into, and you never really find out until you get to regionals or state. And at regionals, you really don't know either because everybody competes against each other, depending on whatever region you in, so to speak. But if they went public with categories, what do you think would occur?
Everybody gonna category hunt. Everybody.
She say category hunt.
They are. That's what you're doing.
Do you think that plays a major role as to why some people do the things that they do?
Listen, I'm going back to what I done said for the last 10 minutes. I'm not taking my 2 boys and going
against Bartow. No. Bartow should be competing on the collegiate level. It's unfair for them to compete on the high school level.
The Baltimore Ravens playing the Miami Garden Ravens. 8U.
Wait,
exactly.
It can't even be it can't be 13U, gotta be 8U.
Somebody say they done found they tribe with us. Well, welcome, Shaquille. We welcome all. We're all things cheer. Welcome. You have found your tribe. So just make sure you tune in weekly so you can feel like you're a part of the tribe. That's it. But
and understand these are all our own opinions. These are our thoughts. These are not all, these are things that we talk about amongst each other and things that we see, things that we witness, and things that we experience. Some things are hilarious and some things we are dead serious about and we do severe research about. So
I'm dead serious about not going against that big shit at Bartow.
I'm dead serious that Bartow need to compete on the collegiate level and not the high school level. I'm dead serious.
Dead serious, like I'm saying. Baltimore Ravens versus the Miami Garden Ravens. 8U. It's no chance in hell.
But I get it though. I get it. I get where you coming from. But that's you being honest. I mean, we gonna call it like we see it. It's just certain things you just not gonna do. Period.
Some things you gotta work up to it. Okay, you can't be going out there with your 2 boys talking about they finna go full blast off the park Bartow.
Listen,
no, you gotta work up to that.
My first year coaching, I might have went out there. Yeah, we gonna go out there with our 2 boys. We're gonna go co-ed, and we got these numbers. So this is the category I got to go in. I ain't did no research though. I just jumped out there. I'm seeing my tongue. I'm like, well, we in the same competition.
Hey, Naisha, Naisha, wait, look, they
Not
gotta
an
be
exhibition. Y'all the showcase. Y'all the
Naisha. Wait, look, Naisha, I've been looking at you like the daddy from Friday. You want some of this too, little monkey? No, no, no.
Wait,
I'm telling
y'all
you.
in my category? Dog,
Yeah.
what category y'all going in next year?
Hey, I need to talk to the people that's over this because this is not right.
But that's no different from what we've seen over the years with people bouncing back and forth between medium and large non-tumbling or
And large and extra large.
Correct. So we've seen it across the board because some people enter categories because they feel like they could beat whoever is been in that category before and have been embarrassed and have not placed. And some people have been successful with once they move around. Like rumor has it that some teams are changing this year to try to, master something else. It happens every year.
Now I do have a
People
question.
be trying to master other categories, and some people just clearly and plain run it.
Correct. And that and that's my and you made a very valid point. That was another point I was trying to get to. But
Now I want to know throughout the state, and if anyone from the other parts of the state is watching, how is your competitive season? How does it go? Because down here in South Florida, you can compete in whatever category you want during the season. And
wait, let me ask a quick question to
Mhm.
Shay, because Shay, I know her personally. She had a girl at Miramar. But I know she's connected to a lot of the Miami teams. So have you been to any of the competitions prior to regional in Miami? If so, can you tell us how that play out? She might be typing, so while she typing that, I would love to know how Dade County does theirs, if it's different from what Broward County does, because I don't really like Broward County and how we've done it. Especially with the mini with no visitation. That's stupid. I mean, not visitation. I'm saying it like it's damn jail with with no spectators.
So Amber, when do you all determine what category you go? Apparently, I mean, obviously you have to determine it, by regionals. But if you are just trying to figure it out during the season, like when do you actually kind of just say this is what we're doing, this is where we're going? Because again, you have 20 plus girls throughout the competitive season,
Correct.
and then you get the regionals. Now you're small non-tumbling. Like it doesn't help me understand how this works out, because if you've been preparing for extra large non-tumbling and now you're going to state as a small non-tumbling team, like how does that work out? I don't understand that part. So that's why I asked. I'm curious to ask and wonder, with the other parts of the state, what does your season look like? And is it the same thing that we're experiencing here in Broward, where you can compete in whatever category in division you want up into regionals?
Or is it that you're cutting girls in the process because they just can't cut it from what you're looking to do? Like that's a question that is very interesting to want to know, because that transition of time frame is definitely a major hit when you're looking at an extra large team in the beginning, and then by the time you get to regionals, you done went from what you got, 16 girls all of a sudden.
Yeah. Okay, so Amber said once your stunt groups are in place and you see the skills. So my whole thing is you're not seeing your stunts and your skills all the way in November. you kind of saw that in like September. So
I
why are we
remember
competing
with
throughout
these
the
girls.
minis or the head-to-heads or whatever we calling them this year, and then changing in November? Now, if you have a catastrophic injury that takes out one of your flyers, then I could kind of understand from there,
Mhm.
dropping. But other than that, why we not rocking with the same team?
Or
Because it seems
are
like
you
it was,
are you I was gonna say, or are you picking girls that you know you will are guaranteed to win with, and that's who you rolling with because you don't want to take no chances.
or you see the team that could possibly be in your category, and you know you ain't got that fire enough
And
to be able to compete
big
against it,
hello,
and
Thanks,
you
and just
Shay, for
for
keeping
you.
it real. They cutting the girls for comp. Boo.
that's it.
Same thing I said. It's that level of, regardless of how you want to address it, there is a level of fear there. Period.
Yeah.
No, but what I had asked you, Shay, originally was more so like how not forming their teams, but more so how the minis are going
How's
in
it structured?
Miami. Yeah, like
Because this
how
new thing about this head-to-head situation, from my understanding, it's only two teams. The two
Two
teams
teams, and how you
that's
going
it.
head to head.
And it's not a competition, it's more like a practice. So it's like a practice run. And that's what it was explained to me what a head-to-head is. I don't see the whole purpose of it because
So
if you ain't, I'm sorry, go ahead.
I was finna say, do you think that now it's called head to head because of the complaints that were made from the mini comps over the years of teams not fully performing the way they're supposed to at these mini comps, and people felt like they were wasting their money to see half routines?
Well, I mean, my whole thing is if you're gonna have a season, have a season. Football, they have a season. They don't go out there and just frolic and play around. No, they have to compete because they got districts. They got district championship. They want to make the playoffs. Cheerleading need to do the same thing. And then period point blank, they need to do the same thing. Don't if you're gonna have a season, have a season. Have a preseason. Do all that head-to-head mess during the preseason. When the season starts, you need to be competing with judges, score sheets. Go from there. I
but this
when I
is
say
I don't understand why people were saying that they weren't ready for the original head to head date when people been having their routine since spring.
Yep.
How are y'all still not ready?
but you don't want to sip that tea.
Like people being with their choreographers. How are you still not ready? So, like you said, if you want to do the little head-to-head BS that they got going on, do that preseason. When it's time to compete, let's compete. I liked it the year where they were trying to go with the idea of you had to participate in the minis and your mini scores had to add up to a certain number in order for you to go to the next step. I don't know if that was BCAA or regionals or what. I
Mm-hmm.
don't know exact details, but I know that that was a thing that they were trying to do. I like that because I'm sick of being in October and I'm still, when they do allow spectators, I'm still hearing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And then they all done
Correct.
got and went
And
on
they
YouTube
mocking.
and found the
I hate it.
music that says 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8, whatever. And a boom. No, like we
And they
shouldn't be
mocking.
there now when y'all getting y'all choreography in May.
Yep. And the mocking. I hate the mocking. Don't like I
But
again,
I'm
if
wondering
you
if
don't
that's why
do it, do it.
they went and did the head to head instead of having spectators because of that reason. Because technically, there's nobody there to control what the teams do at the mini comps. They really don't have anybody anywhere. So
Now,
that's my question.
Ernest, I know at Dillard we are held to a different standard because of our administration. But most of these teams that had these teams since a week after state. A lot of people
Wait,
we were reposting people that had their tryouts almost a week after state. Come on now.
correct, correct. Absolutely. I concur.
And I don't mind it if you feel like you got to get your team together that early. Fine, by all means. Hell, I probably would do the same thing. I
But
want my
by
I
but
went to the
by
coach.
by the time competition roll around, you should know what
I'm gonna
category
be
you're going.
ready. And that's why I'm gonna do it early because I want to be ready for competition. Because I want to get my choreography early. Because I want to pound it in my girls' head. Because by October, when they say we having our first head to head, I want my girls to be ready. I don't want to be still be getting ready if I done got my team the week after state, which was in what, February?
Mm. Mm-hmm.
Okay, so it's the so Coral said that a spectator situation is just the whole school's choice. It's not a rule that you can't have spectators. What
But
is the
majority
whole
of the
purpose?
crowd,
But is that in
majority,
that's in Dade, right? Is that in
I was
Dade?
gonna say
That's
majority head to heads
No,
at
that's
Broward
in
have.
Broward. Remember the first competition for the week, the like a week or so ago when you were here, and then they changed it to being no spectators. My
no,
whole
what
thing.
I'm saying is the choice of the whole school. Because they're saying they said the spectator situation is just the whole school's choice. Is that in Broward or is that in Dade where the whole school can choose to have spectators or not? Because what it seems to me in Broward is as if they are, oh, okay, it's the whole school's choice. Okay, well, you already answered my question.
She said the
Y'all
whole.
schools,
Yeah, that part. And why
I
y'all
see
don't want spectators? Like at the end of the
because
day,
they
y'all
don't want
gotta
nobody to
compete at
record.
regionals and state in front of
They don't
people.
want nobody.
So why
They
y'all
don't want
not
nobody
getting
to
the
record.
practice in now? That's why half the girls don't be ready for regionals and state because you ain't got no damn spectators.
They don't want nobody to record.
no, and
Okay.
Amber, you said all-star teams train all season to start competing in December. That's what I'm saying. I don't care that teams are getting ready early to be ready in October.
Mhm.
That's not the problem. The problem is when we get to October, teams still saying that they're not ready. And they've had a team since February. That's my issue. Now, if you went by the rules, which I know most of y'all didn't, if you went by the rules and you didn't do your tryouts until October and you're not ready, cool. I understand that. But y'all that been had y'all choreography, I don't want to hear it.
Tired of people, which is
They
fine.
don't
You
want
can
nobody
put
to
a
That's
rule
all
record.
of
count.
no
That's
recording.
why they say
You
no
can put a rule
spectators.
in as no recording. I can definitely understand it. And those who require
Okay.
recording
Oh,
routines, you kick them out. I understand that part. But for
now
you
we
to sit here
already
and say
know
no spectators, like
it's some people in this world that's gonna do it anyway, and we already know that they're gonna feel some type of way when you put them out. They're gonna act a fool and hold up the whole competition just because you putting them out for recording.
Kudos to all of you who have teams since February, because Mama need a break. Ha, ha,
No,
baby.
listen, I
Hey,
definitely
hey,
understand.
I can agree.
Definitely
Hello.
understand.
I can agree, baby.
Because baby, when Tracy
You ain't
be
never
on
lied.
in May, I don't want to see them kids again till about November. They be already practicing in October, and I don't show up till by Christmas.
Christmas.
she said, a mental and emotional break.
Hello.
For
Hello.
real. For real.
We have
I'm here
been
for it.
talking for 2 whole hours again, y'all.
How do we
No,
keep
like over
doing
2 hours.
I
Yeah,
thank
so
y'all though. I thank all our pure chatterers.
yes, we really do thank you all for tuning in. We're at 22 viewers right now, and that's between Facebook and YouTube. So
Yeah.
thank y'all so very much. If you have not subscribed to our channel, this will be the perfect opportunity to go ahead and to subscribe to our channel on YouTube at Cheer Chatter
See, there go.
23.
Please
Update your
stop that,
phone,
Sade,
E.
because I'm jealous. I'm jealous. She get
Update your
hard.
phone, man.
She
Update your
got she
phone.
should do a heart.
Yeah.
When you do this, the heart pops up in the background.
What
Up they
I'm about to
go.
I'm about to kick her
Oh,
off. I'm about
up
to
they
kick her off stage. Let me move her off the stage real quick.
But
up
Whoa.
they.
I'm sure you're not listening. We're not that big time. But Apple, if you are somebody that works, can we make it on the laptop too? Because if I use my phone, I'm gonna be getting phone calls. Okay, I need it on the MacBook. Okay,
Use your iPad.
Yes.
Judah.
Exactly. Stop letting the iPad collect dust.
Okay, I'm gonna
That
try to
part.
update. Judah,
Use
we
it.
cannot
Judith.
talk about competition from yesterday. We mentioned it earlier. We did not get to see all the teams. I only saw up. I watched it more than everybody. I only saw up to 10U, Lauderhill's 10U, and then they went to an intermission, and we didn't see anything after that because of the IG protocol with music and any on. We had a few sent to us, but not enough to really talk about competition yesterday. So unfortunately, we cannot do that. Now, if at some point we get all the teams or all the teams worth talking about, we might do a recap, but I don't, it wouldn't be fair to do
We
it
did
right
it
now.
to the
It
best of
definitely would
our
be a
abilities
disservice.
early.
Yeah. But we already talked about next year. We definitely are going to be pushing to be more inclusive with the preseason and visiting the different parks and getting to know the different teams and then eventually be present for the FYFL cheer competition so that way we can give our full critique as well as our thoughts on the competition. This year we couldn't do it because it would be a disservice to the competition and the hard work the teams put in for us to give a critique on just a few teams when we did not have an opportunity to literally just sit in it and just engross ourselves in it the whole time. So hopefully next year. And with that being said, we are 2 hours and 10 minutes, or almost 11 minutes. And we definitely appreciate everyone that stuck with us the whole entire night. We had 25 viewers, so we definitely thank you so very much.
Oh, let's
Um,
raise them
Kia said she
numbers.
all the videos on her page.
Okay.
Yeah, send us a DM with your or we can go on your page and we can
And
go
I'm
look.
friends with Shay already. Miss
Okay,
Shay, I'm friends with her too. So between the two of them, we
we can make
all
it
right.
happen.
Let's have a vote because it seemed like everybody was ready for the recap of competition. So would y'all be willing to do? And we would have to limit to an hour because people got work to do during the week.
Correct.
A show maybe Wednesday to recap competition since we have access to the
The
teams.
videos. That works
Yeah.
for
I
me.
will be excluded from that particular
Yes.
recording
You can be
because
on.
I
You can be
am.
on, but yeah.
No,
You can
it's
be on.
not that. I just think it's unfair for me to be a part of, the
No, but
Yes.
you have
recap.
I
You
think,
you have
and this
more
is for
influence there.
everybody. I think Shira would be okay with giving her opinion because she did give us her unbiased opinion behind closed
Correct.
doors, and it was literally unbiased. I think you should be a part of it because you were there. You
Correct.
were able to feel the energy in the arena and all of that. So you could give us more insight than we could give just getting it off of a video, to be honest. I think you should be a part.
Yeah. And
Okay.
I
again, if you don't
concur.
feel comfortable talking about a particular team or routine or whatever not, you definitely, we understand and, definitely, but as far as, you participating, we would love for you to be able to have this conversation. So
I
you going
just
to be,
said exclude me because I didn't want nobody to feel like, because I coach and then I am a part of Cheer Chatter that I'm making biased opinions when technically raw is raw, real is real. I mean, a ace is an ace, a
This will
spade
be
is
the
a spade.
perfect
I'm calling
time
what
to
I see.
display. So this will be the perfect time for you to display that part, regardless.
yeah.
We
It's
And
cool with me. I don't mind.
Okay.
y'all,
so
I
we
think we need to go in detail with some of the reviews because I'm
okay.
looking at Shakia's comment. She said it's all over now, so I think it would be okay and may help them for Orange Bowl and Nationals And I definitely agree with that. Shakia, do I just follow your page or do I, because it's just saying follow, are you a regular page or is just a business page? Because
I
I'm
think
trying
if
to,
you're doing it from Cheer Chatter or from your personal page.
what am I on? I'm on my personal page because I was gonna
Okay.
friend her so I could see them as well. Oh, she says she got the detailed notes and everything. So tell me what I'm doing now. I only see follow. I don't see where I could be your friend.
We'll let's connect with her after. We'll connect with her in the DM. Send us the it's her personal page. Send us the DM, Shakir. Send us the DM on our Cheer Chatter podcast page so that way we can go from there. Okay.
So we
All
tuning
right,
in.
ladies.
What we going
Oh, I
live
can see them
Wednesday?
anyway.
FYFL cap.
I ain't even
So
have to
we'll
do
do
nothing.
an
I can see them
FYFL
anyway.
recap
They all
on
there.
Wednesday. So stay tuned, everybody. We'll do a recap on Wednesday for the FYFL cheer competition.
Are we
And
doing
then
A?
definitely we'll make some promotions so that way people can tune in and hopefully everyone can kind of give their own feedback and what they experience so that way it can help us with just feeling the energy of the competition that yesterday. So with that being said, ladies, again, it has been a pleasure. We are 2 hours and 15 minutes. Now we at 19 people watching. Thank you, everyone that's been watching. We appreciate you for supporting Cheer Chatter Podcast. If you have not followed us on our Facebook, Instagram, or YouTube channels, Cheer Chatter Podcast, just type it in and we'll pop right on up. All right. And until Wednesday, cheerfully yours.
I like that.
I
Cheerfully
like
yours.
that. I like that. See,
Oh
There she
my
that's
goes.
it.
God.
That's
There she
that's
goes
that
in there.
raise the balloons. I knew it was something.
And with that being said, y'all be easy. Good night.
All right,
Night.
everybody.